Okay, this review video is specifically for decomposing fractions and difference quotient. Okay, so there will be two of each. My recommendation would be to pause the video, try it on your own, and then restart it when you are either stuck or have an answer. And then because there are going to be two of them, if the first one was a little bit rough, well then you have a second one to go to for extra practice. Okay? So if you're going to pause the video, go ahead and do so now. Okay, decomposing the fraction, this one is negative 2x minus 31 over x squared minus 5x minus 14. That means this can be rewritten as negative 2x minus 31 over, if I factor that denominator, this would be x minus 7 and x plus 2. Okay, so one of these factors needs to be under my a, one needs to be under my b. It does not matter which one is under which. And then we're going to be multiplying those denominators through. So these denominators are going to get canceled. The x minus 7 will get canceled, which will leave the a with the x plus 2. And the x plus 2 will get canceled, which will leave the b with the x minus 7. Distributing, we have negative 2x minus 31 equals a times x plus 2a. b times x minus 7b. And so now we are grouping here. We've got some x variables that are going to go together and some not x variables that are going to go together. Okay, so this negative 2x, sorry. This negative 2x is going to go with the ax and the positive bx. The negative 31 is going to go with the 2a and negative 7b. Okay. Dividing the x through on this one, we have negative 2 equals a plus b, which will allow me to solve for one of my variables. It does not matter which one you solve for. I'm going to go ahead and solve for a here by subtracting b over to the other side. And so now this negative 2 minus b is going to get plugged into the a's spot right there. So we have negative 31 equals 2 times negative 2 minus b minus 7b. Distributing, the 2 will go in to create negative 4 minus 2b minus 7b. We have some like terms here that can combine, so negative 31 equals negative 4 minus 9b. Adding the 4 over, we get negative 27 equals negative 9b, which means dividing the 9, we get 3 for my b. That 3 then can get plugged into the b spot to give me negative 2 minus 3, which is my a, which means a is negative 5. So we would have negative 5 over my x minus 7, because that's what a over x minus 7, a is negative 5, and b, which is 3 over x plus 2. Remember that depending on what route you went, your work might look different than mine, but your answer should still be the same. We should still have a negative 5 over our x minus 7 down here and a 3 over our x plus 2. Okay, we're going to do another, so go ahead and pause the video, give this one a shot, restart it when you're ready. Okay, so this one here can be rewritten as 5x minus 15 over factored. We have x plus 9, x minus 6. So one of those factors is under the a, one of those factors is under the b. It does not matter which one is under which. Multiplying our denominators through, our denominators are going to cancel, leaving with just 5x minus 15. The x plus 9 will cancel, which will leave the a with the x minus 6, and then the x minus 6 will cancel, leaving the b with the x plus 9. Okay, distributing, we have 5x minus 15 equals ax minus 6a plus bx plus 9b. Which will allow me to group. I've got all these x terms that are going to go together. with my non-x terms going together. Okay, so this is 5x equals ax plus bx, and negative 15 with my negative 6a and 9b. Okay, dividing the x through, we have 5 equals a plus b. Solving for a variable, doesn't matter which one, I'll go ahead and solve for b, so subtracting the a over. That allows this 5 minus a to get plugged into the b's spot. So we have negative 15 equals negative 6a plus 9 times 5 minus a. Distributing, negative 15 will equal negative 6a plus 45 minus 9a. Combining like terms, negative 15, negative 6a minus 9a is negative 15a, and then our plus 45. Subtracting the 45 over, we get negative 60 equals negative 15a. And dividing the negative 15, we get 4 for a. That 4 will get plugged in over here, so we have 5 minus 4 is b, which means b is 1. And that's then my final answer. My a, which was 4, is over x plus 9. And my b, which was 1, is over my x minus 6. Remember that your route can look different, but your answer should still be the same no matter what. 4 should be over x plus 9, and 1 should be over x minus 6. Okay? Difference quotient. Difference quotient is up next. So difference quotient, just as a reminder, is our f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. Okay, so same recommendation. I would pause the video, give this one a shot, restart it when you either have an answer or are stuck, whichever one comes first. And then when you are ready, restart the video. That way you can see what your answer is. Okay, so if you're going to pause the video, go ahead and do so now. Okay, difference quotient, plugging in our x plus h, we would have x plus h squared plus 5 times x plus h plus 4 minus my f of x, which is my x squared plus 5x plus 4 all over h. Okay, foiling this first term, x plus h squared would become x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Distributing in the 5 would be plus 5x plus 5h. Then we have our plus 4. And distributing the negative, we have minus x squared minus 5x minus 4 all over h. Okay, combining like terms, the x squareds will cancel, the 5x's will cancel, the 4's will cancel. So we have 2xh plus h squared plus 5h all over h, which will allow an h to factor out in all of these terms. We have h times 2x plus h plus 5. And so then the h's will cancel top and bottom, giving me a final answer of 2x plus h plus 5. Okay? Okay, go ahead and pause the video, give the next one a shot, restart it when you are ready. Okay, here we go. Our f of x plus h, plugging in x plus h, we'd have x plus h quantity squared minus 8 times x plus h minus my f of x, which is x squared minus 8x all over h. Okay, foiling and distributing. Foiling, we'd have x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Distributing the negative 8 would be minus 8x minus 8h. Distributing the negative, negative x squared plus 8x all over h. Simplifying, the x squareds will cancel, the 8x's will cancel. which will allow an h to be factored out. We have h times 2x plus h minus 8. The h's will cancel, leaving me with 2x plus h minus 8. Okay, that is decomposing fractions and difference quotient.